Holler if you hear it. It's the only goddess with a message from spirit. What's coming down from the divine spirit guides ancestors now? What's coming down? What's goody, Virgo? What is my Virgo collective need to know? I know I'm late, but we still gonna be great. All right, sun, moon, Venus, rising, north and south node, spirit. What does my Virgo collective need to know at this time for their greatest and highest good? Health, healing, growth, and expansion. Ashe. Let's get into your message, Virgo. Ooh, what is going on, Virgo? Oh my gosh. There's your energy. Yes. Who are you holding on to, or what are you holding on to? Okay, 10 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, there's some bullshit you need to drop. Could be a person, it could be the way that you treat yourself, the way that you talk to yourself. Your current energy is the 8 of Swords in the reverse. So you have a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of negative thinking that you're going through right now in terms of your life. It could be because you're in a one-sided connection. We have what's challenging you is the 5 of Pentacles. So you have to really change your mindset at this time, Virgo. You could be trying to force a situation that just doesn't fit, or you be in a mutable sign. You may be compromising to the point where you're compromising your own peace, and that is a problem. I literally tweeted that if you're compromising your peace to keep the peace, you will never be at peace. That'll preach. I may put that on a t-shirt one day, quote me. But seriously, it's time for you to move on from what no longer serves you. 8 of Cups in your subconscious. You know there are some things you got to move on from. Whatever this baggage is, whether it is your own personal baggage or the baggage of somebody else, it's time to let that shit go. It's like you're feeling left out in the cold in a connection. You possibly could be in a career that no longer serves you, that you dread going to every damn day. And it's like, it's really draining you of your energy. You know that moving forward is what's best for you, but there's this fear, you know, this feeling of lack, this feeling of scarcity, this feeling of you won't survive without this yoke that's around your neck. Okay, and that is the furthest from the truth, Virgo. You're actually in bondage, you know, by holding on to something that just weighs you down. We have the 9 of Swords in the recent past. So you could be dealing with some type of depression, anxiety, fear, you know, like you are truly unhappy with how your life is going, but you don't realize that you have the power to change it. Sometimes you got to let some things go, okay? It's about not, like I said, compromising your peace to keep the peace. You know, it's about not compromising your well-being, your health. Some of you may be dealing with some health issues due to overextending yourself, overworking yourself. You could be dealing with some type of headaches, you know, some body aches, like lacking sleep, insomnia. Like, how can you pour from an empty cup, Virgo? That's what I really want you to understand this. Like, you cannot try to be there for everybody else at the expense of yourself. We have angel number 88, okay, or 888. This is the divine trying to tell you that you are very abundant, and no matter where you go, you will thrive. Okay, but it's about being in a place that reciprocates the energy that you give out and doesn't drain you. We have 99 with the 9 of Swords and the Hermit card in the reverse. That is your energy, Virgo. So you really need to take some time to yourself. You may be seeing 99 or 999 a lot. That is meaning there is a tough cycle that needs to come to an end in order for a new abundant beginning to be birthed, Virgo. So it's important for you to take some time to yourself, to really unplug from the world, okay, so you can replenish and restore yourself. It's about putting that phone on D&D, taking a social media break, you know, learning to say no. Queen of Swords energy as your path to the future. No is a complete sentence. Okay, Virgo, it's time that you learn how to use the word no. Okay? Or to tell people where they have you fucked up, to really learn how to communicate instead of keeping things inside, in your mind, and which causes you to feel tortured, to feel stuck. You have all these feelings that you are keeping buried underneath the surface, and it's only a matter of time before they explode on your ass or anybody else in the vicinity. So it's important for you to speak your mind, okay? To set your boundaries, okay? To cut off things, people, and places that are draining and that cause you to question yourself or cause you to fear change. It's time for you to change the way that you talk to yourself, to change the way that you speak to yourself, to be more positive and to have a more positive mindset. If you have a lack mentality, you're just going to attract lack. You're going to stay stuck in a situation of lack and scarcity. So it's about changing your thoughts and the way that you speak. If you speak negativity, that is what's going to manifest. If you speak prosperity, self-love, power, strength, healing, that is what's going to manifest. So Spirit is calling for you to really change your thoughts and your words from negatives to positives. That is your path to a more abundant future. Okay? We have the Six of Wands in the reverse as more information you need to know in this situation. So Spirit wants you to realize that you are delaying your own, victory, your own success by staying in situations that don't serve you. It's important that you believe in yourself, believe that you have the ability to be victorious in whatever direction you want to go in, even if it's different from what you thought you wanted originally. Change is the only constant. It is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. And you have the ability to, go with the flow, but don't go with the flow to the point where people are getting over on you. Okay? It's about going with the flow and co-creating with the universe. Okay? Not allowing people to take advantage of, your loving heart and your compassion and your kindness. Okay? That's that Queen of Swords energy that Spirit needs you to tap into. It's that no nonsense energy. It's holding no cut cards. It's stating facts, speaking your mind, saying what it is, and not fearing how people are going to respond. Because at the end of the day, if they really are for you, they're going to respect where you're coming from. And if they're not, they're going to expose themselves. And good riddance. We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So a lot of illusions that, you used to fall for, you're now seeing them as is. You're realizing that everything that glitters ain't gold. About a certain person or a certain situation. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces that you could have been talking to or dealing with. This person could have been treating you like an option. This could be this out in the cold energy that I'm picking up on for some of you. But for others of you, it's your career. And you need to really, start making strides towards your career goals and towards your long-term goals and your short-term goals. Okay? Realizing that your dreams are not dead. Okay? That you can make time out for your goals as well. It's about becoming more organized, making a schedule that works for you, but also scheduling in self-care, scheduling in alone time, scheduling in some time for yourself, for your mental health, for your physical health, for your spiritual health, financially, emotionally, things of that nature. But you have so many divine and abundant options. But it's in order for you to achieve them, you have to believe that you can achieve them. You have to, believe that you are deserving of them. Okay? This lack and this scarcity mindset, this feeling of unworthiness could be rooted in, your ego. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse and your hopes and fears position. So you could have been bullied when you were younger, or you could have dealt with a lot of, verbal assaults or abuse. you know, these situations could have really affected the way that you see yourself and the way that you talk to yourself and the way that you love yourself, or the lack thereof. It seems like there is a lack of self-love that needs to be addressed. You could be dealing with people who, or finding out that people that you put on a pedestal above yourself really don't have your best interests, or the main people that's draining you, and you may need to cut some people off. Like I said, that's the Queen of Swords energy. It's, really establishing those boundaries, telling people where they have you fucked up. Okay, really, being open and honest about, where you feel like you're lacking, where you feel like you need help, where you feel like you need support, or where you feel like you need a break. And if people don't appreciate you and what you bring to the table, if they don't appreciate you literally breaking your back for them, fuck them. The fuck? Okay, you could have some people who are watching you and who secretly are jealous of you and don't realize what you go through. They don't realize that they're sitting here hating on you, and in fact, in all actuality, you really freaking hate your life, or at least the way that things are going. And a lot of people envy what they don't understand or what they don't experience for themselves. A lot of people may see you and compare themselves to you, or be in a secret competition with you, or you could have been dealing with somebody, possibly a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, who was very, like I said, mean, verbally abusive, somebody who you could have blocked or cut off, who was still watching you. Possibly somebody could be watching you from a fake page. Something about this. But yes, Spirit is saying continue to keep their asses blocked, okay? To really tap into the roots of this inner critic and what has caused you to be so critical of yourself. Like I said, it could be related to childhood. It could be related to, needing to really seek some type of therapy, somebody who you can, excuse the damn wash machine in the background, but somebody you can confide in, somebody who is non-biased, okay? Somebody who can really help you, unpack the things that you are codependent on and that's causing this negative mindset, okay? You could be codependent on relationships, Devil card, Capricorn energy. A Capricorn could be significant, or you could have Capricorn placements, but that's the final outcome. The final outcome is realizing that it is okay to indulge in some pleasures, in some play, not overindulge, but in moderation. But there has to be a balance. You can't just work your ass off and not take time for you. Heavy on the throat chakra energy, because my throat chakra been messing with me all day today, honey. So it's important for you to, speak your mind, to really be honest with yourself and be honest with the people around you. Be honest on how you've been codependent on relationships, on addictions to escapism, to foods, to substances, alcohol, to really get to the root of why these addictions or this codependency or this overindulgence is showing up in your energy. What is triggering you to be in this type of situation, okay? And to get to the bottom of those triggers. So when you recognize that trigger popping up, you know when to, redirect it with a positive affirmations or a grounding technique, whether it's journaling, chanting, meditating, and movement is a great way to move any of that energy out of your mind as well. Stretching, yoga, these are ways for you to ground yourself in the present so you are not depressed over the past or anxious over the future. Some of you may be needing to look into yoga as well at this time. So we have anger as my sacred ally, one of my favorite cards from this deck. I listen to the messages within my anger and use it as a positive force for good. Okay, so it's time for you to surrender that, anger You know, do not allow that anger to control you. And also, like I said, do not bottle up that anger. Utilize it as a force for good. If you feel some type of way, don't react off of emotion. Take some time to go within, to reflect on it, and then address it when you are ready. But don't allow people to walk all over you and to the point where you become a doormat. And then, like I said, all of those frustrations that you had bottled up inside of you then come out, and it affects you and people around you in a negative way. Okay? It's about utilizing the things that frustrate you and making divine changes, you know, and not allowing anybody else to make you feel guilty for prioritizing your peace. We have the power of support. I am grateful for all the love and support I receive. It is the most precious of life's gifts. Okay, so Spirit wants you to know that you have support. Like I said, you have resources, you have options. Use them, utilize your resources. Don't be afraid or don't be too prideful to ask for help, to ask for support. Okay, you cannot handle everything on your own. That's another thing. You keep everything bottled inside because you're afraid to ask for help. You're afraid to reach out to your soul tribe for support. Okay, and you want to just try and handle everything on your own, but at the end of the day, you can only do so much. Everybody needs a support system, even if your support system is just your damn spirit team. Hell, if you're not connecting with them, how do you expect to have any type of guidance at all? You cannot just keep everything to yourself to the point that it drives you crazy. We have igniting my joy. Attuning to the highest good in myself and others ignites my natural joy. So focus on the things that bring you joy. Stop focusing on things that rob you of your peace. It's really time for you to prioritize joy. Like I said, have that balance between work and play. Okay, you have been overworking yourself, and it's time for you to really focus on regaining that balance between, you know, your responsibilities, your self-care, your playtime, you know, indulging in your pleasures in moderation. It's about bringing yourself back to balance in all aspects of your life and getting out of this negative lack and scarcity mindset. If you have to let some things go, if you have to ask people to help you out with certain things, if you need to remove yourself from places that do not serve you to restore that balance, then it's time to do so. We have loving from the inside. It is a blessing to give myself the gift of my own presence. So like I said, you need to take some time to be alone, Virgo. You need to spend some time in solitude. Definitely take, I'm hearing a self-love staycation, you know, like needing to, like I said, some of y'all may be thinking about going on a trip, needing to like just take a damn break and walk away from your responsibilities for a minute and just be in your own presence and just focus on enjoying yourself and enjoying time with your soul tribe and the people who truly support you. Okay, so I hope that this reading resonated, Virgo. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you are alerted when I upload. If you would like to book a personal with me, my email is in the description box. You can also DM me on IG. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and remember to drink your edges, Lord. Drink your water, grow your edges, and mind your business. Peace, y'all.